I see the rat, but it was first to see me. Well, it actually is not so sturdy anymore. I'd argue it would be a headshot. I'm just gonna go ahead and explore. I like how we find these soul stones, soul gems. They are just they are probably my favorite item considering the price and weight, which I also talked about a lot. I think in a lot of details in the previous video. This system for me, how do I filter my items? I think everybody does that essentially. It's just in every RPG it's a little bit different. In some RPGs we have the fixed amount of slots, like in Diablo 3. In some RPGs like Oblivion we have the sneak increased. No, we actually have the weight-based inventory, so you cannot exceed the certain weight. That's the limit. But the logic is the same, right? In order to get an item, you have to give away something. Whether it be some weight, whether it be some slot in the inventory, so you have to really think what you want to take. In fresh, not fresh actually, new upcoming Diablo 3, we're gonna have the many ways, like how can you get rid of on the field of some items you have right in your inventory, and you will be able to use actually Cauldron of Jordan, I think it's called, which you will be able to use to sell your items, and you'll be able to use the, how was it called, Nephalem Horadrim Cube, which you will be able to use to dismantle items onto basic materials, which you'll be able to use to create new items at the smithery. I think it's a great idea. Wow, that was a great shot. Well, that was fancy, wasn't it? Talk about tactics with a bow. They should actually create a game which would be a tactical strategy, I would say, turn-based strategy, like Operation Silent Storm or Jagged Alliance 2, and just fill it with bowmen and knights. It would be so great. Okay, another rat doesn't suspect we're here. I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it off. Take the lockpick and 20. I wonder what rats do get from using lockpicks. Do they picklock things? Do they steal? How are they so friendly with skeletons? I'm wondering. Yeah, let's just go ahead and check them up. Well, that would suffice. We're just gonna go ahead and dip inside the cavern. It's actually disappointing. It wouldn't be so deep. I think that's the place where I entered. Yeah. In here. Okay, let's go here. That would be the loading screen from the Shivering Isles. Not so helpful at this point. Not so helpful at this point, but I guess it's advertising. We don't have any crucible here in this point. Actually, I expected to see some necromancers in this cave, but it's just not gonna happen. There's rats, rats, skeletons, and crabs. I don't mind rats and skeletons, but what the hell crabs do in this picture? Sneak attack. I wonder what's the reasoning behind sneak attack on the skeletons. What can you hit on the skeleton body that's so vulnerable to damage? I just wonder. I mean, it's all bones, right? I mean, what can you hit that will hurt more than any other time you hit it? I don't even understand how you hit it with arrows. Just fancy dodging right here. Very good. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and loot the stuff. Gotta be careful. Wanna show some fancy skills with the lockpick. Not so fancy anymore. Haven't played this game for so long, actually. I hope it's reasonably entertaining to watch, because, well, for any of you who didn't play the game back in the time, I guess it doesn't look all that impressive at this point, but when I played it, I was like 13, 14, I guess 13, and it just was so, it was mind-blowing in all honesty. Just so much things to do and to select from, just so much things. Hello, Mr. Skeleton. For many of you who are just right now turning 13, 14. Skyrim will be an unbelievable experience for you if you this kind of person who likes to explore things. You're just gonna feel overwhelmed. I'm pretty positive about that. It's just, you know, it's just that as well. When they're making RPGs, it's always like that. I can give you several examples. I mean, starting with Arena and ending with the Fallout 3. Fallout 3, I mean, which would be the race? Fallout 3, let's say. Open world. So much things to do. Small and everything, but just so stuffed with content. Unbelievable. It seems I cannot understand how most of the people today play, you know, linear shooters, and they feel like that's how the games should be, right? When you talk to them about the games in general, to people in general, they feel like the games is this linear shooter things, which you buy and you play for like 6 hours and that's it. That's the game. Well, 6, 10. I'm not gonna exaggerate. Some games are really 6 hours long. And they feel satisfied with, I don't know, they just say it's stupid because they play probably the worst example of the game. Steel helmet. You know what, I actually will leave it here because there's a key. I'm not gonna use the key either. I hope I'll be able to pick up whatever is in front of us. Actually, the clocking thing, the clocking mechanics, I wouldn't say I absolutely agree with in Oblivion compared to Morrowind. In Morrowind we didn't have any fancy interface to picklock things. We just had a picklock, right? And we had the skill of picklocking, which you would, the higher it was, the more you would be able to picklock. Each lock would essentially have a level, and if you wouldn't have enough picklock skill, you wouldn't even be able to attempt to picklock this. Hollow double back, hollow tunnels, okay, I think we're finished with the dungeon. We can safely just quit it. Yeah, so my point is that in Oblivion you don't have to bother about focusing on picklocking. It's not that you won't be able to picklock something, it just will be a little bit harder, not that it will be impossible or anything. Like at this point, look, I have skill 32. If it would be Morrowind, I would have to have skill at least of 50, at least, to even to attempt it. It doesn't mean that I would be absolutely successful, just to attempt it. Here I can just go ahead and try to picklock something of 5th difficulty, right? Of the hardest difficulty. And no problem, right? That's more of, you can, wow. This goblin had a lot of fun. Silver Warhammer. How beautiful, huh? Actually too heavy, I'm not gonna go ahead and take it with me. Can I? Well, actually, yeah. I'm just gonna since there's the last item here, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. What was I talking about? About the picklocking, yes. So what I'm saying is that it just feels weird to me how it's not implemented something like this, and I wonder how it will work with Skyrim. In Morrowind we would essentially have some places in which you wouldn't be able to get if you wouldn't have certain skills, such as acrobatics, a basic example, right? If you don't have acrobatics at some point, you're not going to be able to get somewhere. It's very simple. You're just not going to be able to jump so high. That's very simple. In Oblivion, there is not a single place in which you cannot get without getting a skill, so it's more open for anyone playing the game. No one is forced to take anything, but it deteriorates the importance of skills such as acrobatics. You just don't use them. They're not as important. You don't have to use them. You don't have to bother, right? I wouldn't say I like it, in all honesty. I wonder if I should go there. Just gonna save and jump. Whoa! That was hurtful. And no, yes, that was correct. That was correct. And on this we shall conclude this video. We actually finished the raid in the Toadstool Hollow, and it was great to have you here. Have a great day, and just oh, actually wait. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the commentary, please go ahead, like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and of course comment, the most important, the thing I like the most. And stay tuned for more content. we have just 10 days for Skyrim to get out, and you can expect a full coverage of Skyrim. If there's going to be especially interesting things like role-playing systems and deviations, I'm probably going to upload those too, because I'm really interested and exciting. It was great to have you here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and bye bye.